Teachers, who is the most horrifying student you've had? I've been a teacher for over 20 years, and I've seen a lot of different students come and go. But there was one student, a boy named Michael, who I'll never forget. Michael was quiet, almost disturbingly quiet. From the first day he walked into my classroom, there was something about him that set me on edge. He wasn't like the other students. He never smiled, never joked, never interacted with anyone unless it was absolutely necessary. His dark eyes seemed to bore into anyone who looked at him, and his presence felt like a weight in the room. At first I thought he was just shy, maybe a little socially awkward. I tried to engage him, to draw him out of his shell, but he resisted every attempt. He wasn't rude or disrespectful, he simply didn't respond. It was as if he was in his own world, completely detached from everything and everyone around him. It wasn't long before the other students started to notice too. They avoided him, whispering behind his back, making up stories about him being a freak or weird. I put a stop to the bullying as best as I could, but I couldn't deny that there was something unsettling about Michael. Then, strange things started happening. It began with small, almost imperceptible incidents, papers going missing, chairs being found in odd places, a sense of unease that seemed to linger in the air whenever Michael was around. The other students started complaining of bad dreams, of feeling watched, of hearing whispers in the darkened hallways. They were scared, and though I tried to reassure them, I couldn't shake the feeling that something was very wrong. One day, I stayed late after school to grade papers. The building was empty, the halls silent. As I sat at my desk, focused on my work, I suddenly became aware of a presence in the room. I looked up, and there was Michael, standing in the doorway. He didn't say a word, just stared at me with those cold, dark eyes. I asked him what he was doing there, but he didn't respond. Instead, he walked slowly into the room, his gaze never leaving mine. I felt a chill run down my spine as he approached, and for the first time in my life, I was truly afraid of a student. Michael stopped a few feet away from my desk, his expression blank. And then, in a voice barely above a whisper, he said, "They're coming for you." I froze, my heart pounding in my chest. "Who's coming for me?" I managed to ask, but he just shook his head and turned to leave. Before he walked out the door, he paused and looked back at me, his eyes filled with something I couldn't quite place. Fear, maybe, or a twisted kind of satisfaction. After he left, I sat there in stunned silence, trying to make sense of what had just happened. But no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't shake the feeling that Michael's words were more than just a creepy threat. They felt like a warning. The next day, Michael didn't come to school. I thought about reporting the incident, but what could I say? That a student had said something strange to me? That I had a bad feeling? It seemed ridiculous. But the feeling of dread only grew stronger. The students were more anxious than ever, their behavior erratic, their fear palpable. I started having nightmares, vivid and terrifying, filled with shadows and whispers and a sense of impending doom. And always, in the background, was Michael's voice, repeating those same words. "They're coming for you." 2 weeks later, Michael's parents reported him missing. He had vanished without a trace, leaving behind nothing but an empty room and unanswered questions.